chance to win. I signed again.
Well, folks, it's time for the Playbook Extra, proudly powered by SuperSportBet. And we're going to be talking about the boys, not only because Jimmy and yours truly are here. Us boys will be talking about Bafana. Huge weekend. And we're talking about their position in the log at the moment. So far in control, but you were telling me only to a certain extent. We've got to make sure we press home the advantage.
Yeah, look, I must say the prospects looks positive. But I think it's within our own control to make sure that we get the maximum points against Lesotho, playing them on Friday in Bloemfontein. That is a must-win to make sure that we get to 16 points, because Rwanda currently on 8 points, Benin on 8. Then you've got Nigeria that we are playing on Tuesday, who are on 7 points.
Sleeping giant.
You know, and you don't want to bring them in that conversation. So it's important to make sure that you play the Lesotho game, focus on it, get the maximum points, and then you can start talking Nigeria after.
It's a fascinating group. You and I were having a look before we came on air. So South Africa are in control, 13 points. But I guess at the start of this group, we probably thought Bafana's biggest danger, Nigeria. But it's turned out that Benin and Rwanda have punched above their weight at the moment. So it's interesting if you're trying to manage it from expectations. But as a player, you've been there, you've done it. All you can do is produce your own results. Don't worry about anybody else.
Of course, and I think you want to do your part, play your game, win your game, and don't bring any other permutations that might restrict you or limit you in terms of, if you don't win this game, this could be the dire outcome. And I think at this point in time, we are in a comfortable position to make sure that if we win against Lesotho, we go on 16 points. So by the time we play Nigeria, we're not really that desperate for points. Even a draw against Nigeria would be good enough. Though, would like to win that game, obviously. You know, the country's pride. You know, there's too much banter between the two countries every time Nigeria plays South Africa. But for me, the most important game is the Lesotho game.
Listen, as you're talking, I'm getting messages from Nigeria, from Chewy Moses. They're sending me messages saying, what are you guys talking about? But it's interesting, you control your own destiny. That's the most important thing. Those games, though, as a player, those are the games, Jimmy, when you look back at your career, you wanted to play, right? The big games are the great games to play and make a statement.
And I think the advantage is that you're playing at home. So you've got that a 12-man in terms of the crowd, you know, and playing in Bloemfontein. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better place to play. Though I know Bafana's got a reach in terms of the fans coming through to the game, purely because Bafana's been doing so well, you know, and that just speaks to the excitement that they bring with, and the belief and the confidence that we have in the team. You know, I think the current players that have been selected, most of them are there on merit, you know, and it's more building blocks for the World Cup. So I think we've assembled a good team. Obviously, you can't select everyone. You know, there are players that I still believe they could have been part of this camp. But I think there's a job to be done against Lesotho. You can only select so many players. And against Nigeria, there's still another job to be done. But I think we've got a good pool of players that are really, for me, could be knocking on the Bafana door.
Jimmy, again, drawing from your experience, you'll know this more than anybody. Winning is a habit, no question. You get into a confident state, and the fact that not that far off now is qualification for a World Cup. Huge for the team, huge for the coach, the players, and for the country to get back onto the world stage. We can't wait.
Yeah, look, like you said, winning it's a good habit, but that can also result into complacency. So you need to manage, because I think there's a thin line between the two. And I think so far the boys have got their feet firmly on the ground. They've got a job to do, so they can't get overconfident, because that might lead into them being too complacent, undermining Lesotho. Every team that's in that group is there on merit. So there won't be an easy game, but we believe that Bafana have got the pedigree to actually do well. They are top of their group standings on merit. So they have to just go there and do the job and make sure that we qualify for the World Cup.
Well, us boys have worked out what we want to see. We'd love to see a Lesotho win. No disrespect to our Lesotho fans, I've got lots of them. If we take the points against Lesotho and then even just hold Nigeria, because a draw's not going to help them. Snuff them out, we shall see. Sorry, Chewy, sorry, Moses, that's the way Jimmy sees it. That's the way that we see it here on the Playbook Extra, proudly powered by SuperSportBet.